Ooh. Yes, huh?
The organism that I want to talk about is the planet as organism, and the organism as exhibition. That's the idea. Because I do believe that the planet works as a whole. So, yes, the metaphor is this planet as living organism, planet as body. It's a lot about ground control. It's about what is happening on the surface of this organism. There's this indigenous say that in the forest there is much more ice than leaves from trees. And I found this fantastic because if you look at a tree, you have thousands of leaves, but if you would be able to see who is existing within this tree or inside this tree or above this tree or under this tree, then the sum of all the ice would be much bigger than the leaves. And I think that's very impressive. We will have a big sculpture which is a sphere that is covered with tar. And I like, to be honest, the title of this piece, because the title is Exuvia. And Exuvia is I don't know how to say this in English, like some insects, when they go to their adult form, they have to come out of the skin, the old skin, and then this is the Exuvia, this old, dry out skin that supported the life of this organism, and now it's growing up and then leaving this part of its body back. It's talking about exactly what we're leaving behind, yeah, and how what we're leaving behind will be how it's going to be digested by this organism. In nature, life and death are pretty much the same thing. Like, and that's why I use soil all the time, because a tree has to die, so two more will have enough energy to grow up again, right? Blood in metaphor to water, like how we've been using water, or like how the use of water to produce energy have been ultra damaging for this biome, and like how species dies out, and how huge communities also have to be translocated to other places because a dam gonna be built, and then the whole extension of kilometers of air will be flooded. And the third room talks about this. And then back to the Amazon. This is a huge subject matter because the Amazon has one of the biggest water rivers basin of the world. Also, the water that flows above the heads, the scientists call it the floating, the floating or flying rivers. Fantastic. You have like a paper wasp, and the paper wasp builds up nests with paper, which is cultural material. So they eat it and they process it, and then they are able to build their nest. And then I just imagine in the future where those asps will be doing the same, but with concrete rest of buildings. Bam, 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 bam. I don't know, just like the rest of us, digestion of the rest of us, kind of. The metaphor here for me are the animals and the people on the surface of this organism. The Amazon forest, it's not nature, Mother Nature you're looking at. It's not this. It's also a cultural product. People has been living there since millennia, like interacting with this biome, moving inside this biome, taking care of it, eating fruit and putting the seeds so another trees will grow. So it is an organism where humanity is also a very important part of it, because they have been interacting respectfully since ever, yeah. But it's not only like animals, I also have fantastic mythology. The Curupira it's a legend about sometimes is a she, sometimes is a he. That's also, I think it's very interesting, beautiful that there's like no really static gender association here. But it's about this creature that is half human, half animal, that lives in the woods and take care of the woods. And the most basic legend here is that once a hunter comes in the jungle, and instead of like hunting to feed the family, he he would definitely like kill much more of those animals and then take off the skin and keep the skin to sell, right? And then what happens, the Curupira comes and beats the hunter, gives him a lesson about how to be gentle with this source. I mean, it's hard to explain how it looks like. I mean, there's millions of versions, and what I'm showing in the exhibition is definitely something that I imagine and create. But the very particular aspect of it, it has the feet turned backwards. So when the creature is walking forward, it will leave traces that means that a human person walked the other direction. So basically, someone who's following these traces will get lost, will go to the wrong direction. And I just love this idea of nature giving the wrong message. In this room specifically, I wanted to be didactic. I'm doing art, but I want people to look at them and ask like, hey, what is this material? Why is this being used here? And really like bring up this discussion and conversation. At least that's the kind of discussion that I wish to motivate through the work. I mean, I'm only an artist. I'm not in the front line. I'm not screaming for new politics, though I am a little bit. But I mean, I'm not there. I just can put out fantasy. And but still, I listened this once from a friend. Let's re-enchant the world. I think this is very important. Like how magic should be always here. Dreams, like if we still dreams about cars, we're gonna be buying cars. But if you dreams about flying trees, maybe you're getting there. I mean, 100% we're getting there. We just have to dream about it more and more. I mean, more and more. Like, what kind of dreams are we filling up the heads of our child? I mean, it's basically this. Actually, this is it. What I'm... Yeah.
Sempre é o momento, traz construção das suas furadas ideias. Não é o tempo do agora e